Alright, in this video we are going to discuss, it's May-June 2013, it's paper 2-1, it's O-Level Math 4024. Alright, question number 1 from the topic algebra, you need to solve it. So first we need to expand the bracket, so it's 4x minus 4 2s are 8 equals to 7 minus x. So it's 4x minus x, when you shift it on the left side it will be positive x equals to 7 and it will be plus 8. So that is 5x equals to 15 and x equals to 15 upon 5, that is equals to 3. So that is your first part. Solve the simultaneous equation. So we need to multiply the first one by 2. So when I multiply it by 2, that will be 4x plus 2y equals to 14. Now I can solve these two equations. So before that I need to change the sign. So that will be minus, minus and minus. 4x and 4x cancels, minus 3 minus 2 leads to minus 5y equals to 19 minus 14, that will be 5, and y equals to minus 1, right? So I got the value of y. Now I will use equation 1 to find the value of x. You can use any equation. So 2x plus y equals to 7, 2x plus y is minus 1 equals to 7, 2x minus 1 equals to 7, 2x equals to minus 7 on the right side plus 1, sorry, minus 1. So 7 plus 1 leads to 8 and x equals to 8 divided by 2, that is equals to 4. So you got your value 4 and negative 1. In part C, write down the integer value that satisfies minus 1 lesser than equals to greater than equals to n and lesser than 2. So it says integer value, that means not decimal values include here. So it should be minus 1, 0 and 1. We cannot include 2 because we have a sign only lesser than, not lesser than equals to. In part 2, it says solve 2 minus 3y lesser than 8. So first thing, I will make my variable positive. So I will shift it on the right side, so that will be 3y, and on the left side 2, 8, when you shift on the left side it will be minus 8. So 2 minus 8, it's minus 6, and 3y, and y is greater than minus 6 upon 3, that is equals to minus 2. That is your answer. Question number 2, the interior angle of a regular polygon is 165. How many sides? So first thing, you need to find out the exterior angle. We know that interior plus exterior equals to 180. We have the value of interior angle is 165. So 165 plus exterior angle equals to 180. When you shift 165 on the right side, so you will get your exterior angle, that will be 180 minus 165, that leads to 15 degree, right? For number of sides, the working formula we have is 360 divided by exterior angle, and that is 15. 360 divided by 15 leads to 24, and that is your part A answer. For part B, it says FAECG and ADB are straight lines. DE is parallel to BC. So that is an important word. Parallel indicates that now we have alternate and corresponding angles. FAD is P, AED is Q. Find an expression in terms of P and or Q, BCG. So first I will highlight the angle BCG. That means this angle is what we are looking for. Alright. Before that, we know that this angle here is Q. So that will be same because these two lines are parallel. So that means this angle is Q, right? As this is a straight line, that means the angle of a straight line is 180. If I subtract Q from 180, I'll get the required angle. So first one, it will be 180 minus Q. All right, next one, DBC. So let me highlight the angle first. It says DBC. That means it talks about this angle. All right. Similarly, like I had subtracted this angle from 180, in order to find angle A, I'll do the same, that it will be 180 minus P. Alright. So if you consider triangle A, B and C, it is a triangle, right? In that triangle, two angles are known and we need to find the third angle. So the sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So it will be 180 minus P plus Q plus angle B. What we are looking for is 180. We can simplify it, so it will be angle B equals to, when you shift minus P on the right side, it will be positive P. When you shift plus Q on the right side, it will be minus q, and when you shift 180 on the right side, it will be minus 180, right? And this 180 already present here, this one. So minus 180 and 180 cancel. So the leftover part is P minus Q. That is your second part answer. After that, A is 7, B, EC is 3, DE is 5.6, and DB is 2.1. You need to find BC. With the help of similar triangles, we can do it easily. I can say that triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. With the help of this triangle similar, we can apply the ratio here. So it's AD divided by AB equals to DE divided by BC equals to AE divided by AC. The value we know, we have the value of DE, yes. So I'm placing values here, all right. So the value of DE is 5.6. The value of BC is what we are looking for. The value of AE is given, that is equals to 7, and the value of AC, that will be equals to 10. And how come it is 10? You have the value of AE, that is equals to 7. You have the value of EC, that is equals to 3. It is given. So the total value from A to C, that is 7 plus 3, and it is equals to 10. So now we can simplify to find out the value of BC. So that will be 10 times 5.6 divided by 7, and that is equals to 8 centimeter. That is your first part answer. After that, it says find the value of AD. So with the same ratio we can use here. So here you have the value of AD, that is unknown, and AB, uh, it is equals to AD plus DB, and the value of DB is known, that is 2.1. All right. So I'm going to placing values now. It will be AD as it is. AB is what? AB is AD plus DB is 2.1 equals to, and the ratio I have is 7 over 10. So I will place 7 over 10 here, and by cross multiplication I can find the value of AD. So it will be 10 times AD equals to 7 times AD plus 2.1. So first we multiply the bracket with 7, and then I gathered AD on the left side. 14.7 as it is. 3 is multiplying here. When you shift on the right side, it will be divide, and the final answer is 4.9. It's question number 3 from the topic nth term. It says that you have different parallelograms made from small triangles, and you have a pattern. It's 1, 2, and how many triangles are there? You can observe the pattern, and it is in terms of nth term as given in the table. Find an expression in terms of m for the number of a small triangle used to make parallelogram m. But before that, we need to complete that table. So it's 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, it will be 10, and 10 plus 2, that is equals to 12. All right. Now we need to find out the nth term. Since the difference is constant, that is throughout the difference is 2, and the first term is 2. So we are going to apply the working formula, which states that Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1d. That is your working formula. Now I'm going to place the values here. So value of a is 2 plus n minus 1, and difference is 2. So it will be 2 plus 2n minus 2. 2 and 2 cancel. So the final answer of this part is 2n. Alright. And since it says that m, so I will place m here. So that is your final answer. After that, part B, the diagram shows triangle made from the same small triangles, as you can see here. Triangle N 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the small triangles are 1, 4, 9, 16. What should be the next number? So if you observe the numbers, these are the squaring of these numbers. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, and 6 square is 36. That is your first part. Find an expression in terms of n for the number of a small triangle used to make. So whatever the nth term is, we are just going to square of that number. So in terms of n, we can say that it's n squared. Alright, so that is your second part answer. Third part. Triangle Q is made from 324 small triangles. Find Q. Alright, so the nth term we have is n squared. So I can say that 324 equals to Q squared. Alright, in terms of n, what I have the variable Q. But the nth term pattern is same. Now you need to find out the value of q only, so you need to apply root on both sides and q equals to 18. That is your answer. In part C, it says the diagram shows trapeziums made from the same small triangles. By comparing the diagram with those in parts A and B, find an expression in terms of t for the number of small triangles used to make trapezium t. So this one is basically the addition of both of the previous parts A and B. All right. So the in terms of t, the tth term for the second part, it will be t square, and the tth term for the first part, it will be 2t, and that is your first part answer. After that, how many small triangles are used to make trapezium 25? So the value of t you have is 25. The tth term is t square plus 2t. I will place a value of t here, and the value given is 25. All right. So 25 square is 625 plus 25 twos are 50. 625 plus 50 leads to 675, and that is your answer. Alright, it's question number 4 from the topic probability. A box of chocolate contains 10 milk chocolates and 2 plain chocolates. Sasha eats 3 chocolates chosen at random from the box. The tree diagram shows the possible outcomes and their possibilities. Complete the tree diagram. Alright. So firstly, you can observe here the sample space is reducing because it is for the second chocolate. So I will do the same. I will write the sample space here, and for the next branch you can see that the sample space from 12 till 11, and now it's 10. So I will write the same. So it's 10, 10, 10, and 10. All right, so denominator part has been done. Now if you talk about the numerator, focus on if you pick a plane and after it will be a plane, so that will affect the probability of plane only, but it won't affect the probability of milk. The number of chocolates of milk we have, it's 10, so it will be 10 as well, because you are picking a plain chocolate, right? And that will affect the probability of plain only, not the milk part. So the number of toffees of a plain, you have 2, you had eaten 1, so now the next one, it will be 1 upon 11, and if you continue it, now after 1 it will be 0. All right, but as we had discussed, the effect of plane does not affect on the milk probability, so that will be 10. All right, now if you observe this part, if you are picking milk and again it is milk, so that will be equals to 9 over 10, but that won't affect the possibility of plane, so plane will be 1 upon 10. So that is your first part answer. In the next part, express each answer as a fraction in its lowest term. Find the possibility that Sasha eats 3 milk chocolates. Alright. So if he picks the first milk chocolates, and that possibility is 10 upon 12. After that, if she picks the another one, so it's 9 upon 11, and after that another one, so it's 8 upon 10. So the possibilities of 3 milks is, it will be 10 divided by 12 times 9 divided by 11 times 8 divided by 10. And now you need to simplify it. So 3 threes are 9 and 3 fours are 12, 4 ones, 4 twos. So that will be left over with 6 over 11. That is your first part answer. In the next part, it says eats 2 milk chocolate and 1 plain chocolate in any order. Now there are different cases. It says 2 milk chocolate, so that will be equals to milk chocolate, and the last one is plain chocolate, right? That is your first possibility. Or you can say that it's milk chocolate and then plain chocolate and then milk chocolate. That is also the possibility. Or you can say that it's plain chocolate and then milk and then again milk. So there are 3 possible cases because it says 2 milk chocolates and 1 plain chocolate in any order. There is no restrictions. That is why we need to make 3 cases, because there are 3 possible outcomes and we need to add the possibilities of these 3 cases. And now I will write down the possibilities. So if the first chocolate is milk, so that is 10 upon 12, right? If the second is milk, that is 9 upon 11. I'm mentioning with the green pen in the tree diagram as well. And if the third one is plain, so that is 2 over 10. So that is my first case. In the next one, If the first one is milk, that means 10 upon 12. And the second one is plain, it means 2 upon 11. And the last one is milk, that means 9 upon 10. Alright, and the last one, if the first one is plain, it's 2 upon 12 times. The second one is milk, it's 10 upon 11 times. And the last one is milk again, so it's 9 upon 10. And we need to add the possibilities of these three fractions, right? So now you need to simplify it. So you need to write down the denominator as it is, because the denominator is same in all those three cases. So it's 12 into 11 into 10. All right, so if you multiply those numbers, 10, 2 and 9, 10, 2 and 9, 10, 2 and 9, so 10 twos are 20, 20 into 9 is 180. And since we are getting the same result three times, so I multiplied by 3. Now I need to simplify it. So 0 and 0 cancels. 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12, and 2 twos are 4, 2 nines are 18. So the leftover part is 9 divided by 22, and that is your answer. In part B, it is from statistics. You need to find out the mode. Mode is the highest frequency number, and that number is 1. As you can see, the frequency of 1 is 8, so that is your highest frequency number. For median, as it is a middle number, so the number of frequency you have is 31. So 31 plus 1 divided by 2, that is a working formula which states that n plus 1 divided by 2, right? This is a working formula. 31 plus 1, it's 32 divided by 2 leads to 16. So we need to find out the number 16 here. It's 6. 6 plus 8 is 14, and 14 plus 5, it's 19. So 16 lies in this category. So you have a median 2. After that, it's question number 5 from Everyday Mathematics. It says that Eddie travels from USA to Germany. He changes $300 into euros. How many euros he receives? So the exchange rate is, if it's $1, so you are getting 0.72 euros. If you have $300, then how many euros you are getting? So simply you need to multiply 300 with 0.72. All right, so that is equals to 216 euros. That is your first part. After that, when Eddie returns to USA, he has 51 euros left, and that he exchanges for $75. What exchange rate has been used in this case? All right, now it says that if he has $75, that is equals to 51 euros, right? So if he has $1, so what is the amount of euro he has? So you need to again do the cross multiplication. So that will be 75 times y equals to 51, and y equals to 51 divided by 75, that is equals to 0.68. That means now he is getting $1 equal to 0.68 euros. That is your second part answer. Part B, it says Greg buys 60 garden plants at a cost price of $2 each to sell in his shop. He sells 25 of them at a profit of 75% and 18 of them at a profit of 35%. He sells the rest of the plants for 4 upon 5 of the cost price. Calculate the profit or loss he makes from selling these 60 plants, stating if it is a profit or loss. So at first I will find out the cost price. So the cost price he's bearing is 60 garden plants, and for each he paid $2, right? So that will be equals to $120. That is the cost price. Now after that, he sells 25 of them at a profit of 75%, right? So you need to find out the 75% of 2. So for that case, I need to multiply 2 with 1.75 by 1.75. If it says 75% profit, then it is equals to 175%, because initially everything has its original price is 100%. So if it is a profit, you need to add it in 100, and if it is a loss, you need to subtract. So if it says 75% profit, so I need to multiply. So 1.75 times 2, that is equals to 3.5. All right, so that is the selling price. And with this price, he sells 25. So it will be 25 times 3.5, it leads to 87.5, right? $87.5. That is his first selling price of 25 garden plants. After that, he says 18 of them at a profit of 35%. So again, I need to find out the 35% profit price. So that will be 2 multiply with, since it's 35% profit, that means 1.35, right? So 2 multiplies with 1.35, it leads to 2.7. And with this price, he sold 18 of them. So 2.7 times 18, it gives you the value of 48.6. All right. And at last he says he sells the rest of the plants. So how many plants are left? Total plants he has is 60. He sold first 25 and then he sold 18. So 60 minus 25 minus 18 leads to 17. So 17 plants are remaining and he sells the price 4/5 of the cost price, right? So 4 upon 5 of the cost price, that is 2, it will be 8 divided by 5, and 8 divided by 5 means it's 1.6. So now we need to multiply 17 with 1.6 is equals to 27.2. All right. So these are the selling prices I have highlighted with the black box. And now if I need to find out the total selling price, so total selling price, it will be 87.5, 87.5 plus 48.6 plus 27.2. So the total selling price, it's 163.3, and he is investing $120. That means Greg makes a profit. And how many dollars he is making? So I need to subtract 163 and 120, so that will equals to 43.3. So he is making a profit of $43.3, and that is your part B answer. And the last part, it says percentage profit. So profit is 43.3 divided by cost price. Cost price is 120 and multiply by 100. That is the working formula of percentage profit, which states that profit divided by cost price multiplied by 100. That is the working formula which I have applied. So we need to calculate it. So that will be 43.3 divided by 120 and times 100. So that is equals to 36 percentage. All right. So that is equals to 36.08. So I will write 36.1 percentage. That is your part 2 answer. After that, it's question number 6 from the topic trigonometry. In the first part, it says find BAE. So let me highlight the angle first. So you need to find the angle BAE, and let's say I say this angle is X. All right. So since 90 is given, that means we can apply trigonometry here. So opposite and adjacent. That means we need to apply 10 here. So it will be 10 angle X equals to opposite is 18 divided by 7. And for angle, we need to apply the 10 inverse here, and that is equals to 10 inverse upon 18 divided by 7. You can easily find it with the help of calculator, and that gives you the answer 68.7 degree. That is your first part BAE. After that, it says the area of trapezium. The working formula is area equals to 1 upon 2 sum of parallel sides multiply by height. That is the working formula, right? So the parallel sides we have is the length of AD, right, and the length of BC. So for length of AD, first we need to find the length of ED, and let's suppose that length of ED I refer it with Y. So I can use trigonometry, and that will be 10 55 is equals to opposite is 18 divided by adjacent is y. So y is equals to 18 divided by 10 55, and that is equals to 12.6. All right, 12.6. So you have the value of y 12.6. If you add 12.6 and 17, you will get 19.6. That is the length of AD. So now I am placing the values in my working formula. 1 upon 2, so that is 19.6 plus 9 and height is 18. And when you calculate it, so you will get the area and that is equals to 257.4 unit is centimeter square. In the next part, it says PQRS is another trapezium. PQR is 112, PRS is 41. Each measure correct to the nearest degree. Alright, so that line is very important. Find the smallest possible value of QRP. So first let me highlight the angle which is unknown. So QRP means that we need to find this angle, and let me label it with alphabet A, that is unknown. With the help of alternate angles, because the lines are parallel, we can say that if this angle is 41, so this one will be 41 as well, right? So that angle is 41. So you have a triangle PQR. It's a triangle PQR. We know that the sum of angles, if I say that it's 41 plus 112 and plus A, so it is equals to 180, right? And if I make A the subject, so it will be 180 minus 41 plus 112. So that is a very simple working, but now we need to include that part which says correct to the nearest degree and the smallest value. So you need to find out the lowest value of A, and for the lowest value of A, the number that is subtracted from 180, it should be highest, right? That means we need to place the upper bound of 41 and upper bound of 112. For upper bound, we need to find out the factor here. It says correct to the nearest degree, that means talking about 1 degree. So 1 upon 2 leads to 0.5, right? And for upper bound, it will be 41.5 and 112.5. All right. So now we need to solve this equation. That gives you the value 154, and when you subtract 154 from 180, you will get 26, and that is the lowest possible value for A. That is your answer. After that, question number 7. In an athletics match, Ben won the 100-meter race in 9.98 seconds and Calvin won the 200-meter race in 19.94 seconds. What is the difference in their average speed? Alright, so give your answer in meters per second. Alright, so first we need to find out the speed, and what the working formula of speed is distance divided by time, right? That is the working formula. So if we talk about Ben, so for Ben, the speed is, distance is what? It's 100 meter divided by time is 9.98. Similarly, if I make the same data for Kelvin, so speed is, distance is what? 200 and time is 19.94. So these are the values of Ben and Kelvin speed, and the unit is meter per second for both of them. Since it says about the difference, so you need to subtract 10.03 minus 10.02, so it will be 0.01 meter per second. That is your first part answer. After that, two cars complete a journey of 120 kilometers. The first car is driven at a speed of x kilometers per hour. The second car is driven at a speed of 3 kilometers faster than the first car. Alright. The first car takes 6 minutes longer to complete the journey. So I have two cars. I am saying that is the first car and it's the second car. So first car is driven at a speed of x. So what you have distance, and that is equals to 120 kilometers. You have speed, and that is equals to x kilometers per hour. With the help of distance and speed, I can find the value of time, which states that distance divided by speed. So distance is 120 divided by x, that is the speed. So that is the time for first car. The same application I'm going to apply for second car. Time is what? Distance divided by speed. For second car, the distance is same, that is 120 kilometers, but the speed is what? It's 3 kilometers per hour faster, so that means x plus 3, that is the speed of second car. Now the condition is the first car takes 6 minutes longer, so I'm saying that the first car and the second car. Time for first car is 120 upon x, and time for second car is 120 divided by x plus 3, right? Now it says first car takes 6 minutes longer. Let's suppose if the second car reaches at 10 minutes, so the first car will be reached at 16 minutes because it takes 6 minutes longer. So what you need to do, and what is the important step, that we need to add 6 minutes in second car, and 6 minutes, that means 6 divided by 60 if you convert it in hours, because all the speeds we have is in hour. All right, so that is your important equation. 120 divided by x, that is the first car. 120 divided by x plus 3, second car, and 6 minutes longer, so you need to add 6 divided by 60, and now we need to solve this equation. And for solving, I will gather x terms on the left, so that will be 120 divided by x minus 120 divided by x plus 3 equals to 6 upon 60 means 1 divided by 10. All right, I will take LCM on the left side, so that will be equals to uh, x and x plus 3. It will be 120 times x plus 3 minus 120x equals to 1 divided by 10. Expand the brackets. So it's 120x plus 120 times 3 is 360 minus 120x divided by, if you start multiplication in the denominator, so that will be x square plus 3x equals to 1 divided by 10. So 120x and 120x cancels, and I'm proceeding here the question. So now it's 360 divided by x square plus 3x equals to 1 divided by 10. Now I can start with the cross multiplication, so that will be 360 times 10 equals to x square plus 3x. So it's x square plus 3x. If you shift it on the right side, 360 times 10, it will be 3600, and that is your equation which you need to show, and we had shown this equation. After that, we need to solve the equation. The working formula we have, it's x is equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Alright, the value of a we have is, a is 1, b is the coefficient of x3, and c is the constant, it's minus 3600. Now I'm going to place all the values here. So when I place all the values, I have highlighted the negative sign here because mostly students forgot this sign, so that will be a silly mistake. So minus 3 plus minus under root 3 square is 9, minus minus plus 3600 times 4, it will be 14400 divided by 2. After that, I have applied the root of the sum of 14400 plus 9. So the root is 120.03. I need to solve it with plus and minus sign individually. So for the positive sign, we have the first value is 58.5 and the next value is minus 61.5. These are the answers for part 2. In the last part, how many minutes does the first car take to travel the 120 kilometers? So the first car expression was 120 upon x, right? And the value of x we had find out, it's 58.5. When you divide it, it will be 2.05, but that answer is in hours, but it says you need to give your answer in minutes. For that part, you need to convert, that means you need to multiply it by 60, and when you multiply it by 60, you will get 123 minutes, and that is your answer. It's question number 8 from the topic functions. In the first part, it says find f of minus 2. So what you need to do, you need to replace x on both sides with minus 2. So it will be f of minus 2 equals to 4. Instead of x, it's minus 2 minus 3 divided by 2. So 4 minus 2, it's minus 8. Minus 8 minus 3, it's minus 11 divided by 2. That is your first part answer. And you can write it in decimal form, so it's minus 5.5. For next part, it says find f inverse of x. So we have some steps for f inverse of x. The first step is you need to replace f of x with y. All right, if I apply the same step here, so instead of f of x, I will say that y equals to 4x minus 3 divided by 2. The second step you need to do is you need to make x the subject of your equation. So it will be 2y plus 3 divided by 4 equals to x. Alright, you had make x the subject, and the last step is you need to replace y with x and x with f inverse of x. So now it will be 2x plus 3 divided by 4 equals to f inverse of x. So that is your part 2 answer. Alright. In the last part, it says the value of g such that f of 2g equals to g. So if you have f of x, it is equals to 4x minus 3 divided by 2 as given in the question. If I replace x by 2g, so that will be 4 instead of x is 2g minus 3 divided by 2. 4 into 2g, it's 8g minus 3 divided by 2. And f of 2g, the value of f of 2g is equals to g, and I'm going to use that value here. So f of 2g equals to g. So now you need to do the cross multiplication. 2g equals to 8g minus 3. I need to shift 2g on the right side and minus 3 on the left side. So minus 3 on the left side, it will be positive 3 and 8g minus 2g. Alright, so I'm starting right here, continuing here. So 3 equals to 8 minus 2 leads to 6g. G equals to 3 upon 6. That means 1 upon 2 equals to g. That is your answer. Alright, in part B, it says that BAD and CAE are straight lines. BC is parallel to ED. BA is 1 minus 2, ED is 12 minus 3, and BA is 1 upon 4 of BD. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle ABC onto ADE. So ABC, if transforms onto ADE, firstly, we know that this transformation is enlargement because we are getting a bigger triangle, right? Now in the triangle, what is the scale factor? So for that part, you have BA equals to 1 upon 4th of BD, or I can say that it is BA divided by BD equals to 1 divided by 4. So it indicates that if BA is 1, then B to D, that is equals to 4. So if I say that what should be from A to D, so that thing is 3, right? So it means that it is an enlargement with the scale factor of minus 3 because the shape is inverted, and the center of enlargement is point A. That is your first part answer. In the next part, it says find the magnitude of BA. The working formula to find out magnitude is under root of x square plus y square. That is the working formula. The x value for BA is 1 and y is minus 2 and square. So 1 square is 1 and minus 2 square is 4. 4 plus 1, that is equals to under root 5. Alright. So BA magnitude equals to under root 5. For next part, it says find CD. Alright. So CD I can find out with the path. It will be CB plus BD equals to CD. Now how we are going to find the vector C to B? Alright. We know that it is an enlargement here, right? So you have ED. ED is 12 and minus 3. So we have ED and that is equals to 12 and minus 3. So if I need to find out BC, what I need to do, I need to divide it by the scale factor. So that will be 4 and minus 1 because the scale factor we have is 3. Alright. So now the vector BC, we know it's 4 and minus 1. So CB will be opposite of it. It's minus 4 and positive 1. Right, plus BD. BD can be equals to 4 times of BA. So if I multiply BA by 4, so that will be 4 and 4 into minus 2, it will be minus 8. So the vector CD, it's 4 minus 4, it's 0, and 1 minus 8, it leads to minus 7. That is your part 3 answer. In next part, it says that F is the midpoint of BD. So let me place a point F randomly, right? I say that F is the midpoint of BD. So if you have the value of BD, so that means you can find BF as well, right? How? If BD is 4 and minus 8, right? If BD is 4 and minus 8, so what will be the value of BF? Since F is a midpoint, so that will be 2 and minus 4, right? That will be BF. And if I say what will be DF, now DF will be same but opposite sign of direction. So it's minus 2 and 4. Right, we need to find out EF. So if I say that it's ED plus DF, so that will be equals to EF, right? So ED is given and that is 12 and minus 3. DF we had find out it's minus 2 and 4. So 12 minus 2 it's 10 and minus 3 plus 4 it's 1. So that is the vector EF and that is your answer of that part. It's question number 9 from the topic mensuration. It says that shape 1 is a cylinder with radius 4 and height h. The volume is 1500. So first we need to write down the working formula for volume of cylinder and that is equals to pi r square h. Right? Now I need to place the values of volume is 1500 equals to pi, radius is given and that is 4 square and height is unknown. So we need to find out the value of height. So height will be equals to 1500 divided by 4 square is 16 pi, and by division you will get the value of height and that is 29.8 centimeter and that is your first part answer. After that, shape 1 is made by pouring liquid into a mold at a rate of 0.9 liters per minute. Find the number of seconds it takes to pour this liquid into the mold. So if it's 0.9 liters, 0.9 liters if it is, so it requires a minute, right? 1 minute. We have the volume that is 1500 centimeter cube. We need to convert it into liters, so we need to divide it by 1000. So if it's 1.5 liters, so how much time it will take, you need to find out. So by cross multiplication, you can do it easily. So now it will be 0.9x equals to 1500 divided by 1000, it's 1.5. So x equals to 1.5 divided by 0.9, it is equals to 1.67. Alright, the answer we are getting is in minutes, but it says find out in seconds. So 1.67 times 60. So you will get the seconds and it is equals to 100. That is your answer. In part B, it says that shape 2 is a prism of length 8 centimeter with a triangular cross section shown shaded. Two sides of the shaded triangle are at right angles to each other and have lengths 5x by 12x. Shape 2 has also a volume of 1500. So first thing we need to find, write down the working formula of volume of prism, that is equals to area of cross section multiply by length. Alright, that is the working formula for area volume of prism. So area of cross section in that case is a triangle, that is 1 upon 2 base into height multiply the length we have, it's 8. Alright, and the volume is given, it is equals to 1500 centimeter cube. The area of a triangle is 1 upon 2 base into height. Base is 5x and height is 12x. Now we can do the simplification. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. So now it will be 1500 divided by 4 equals to 12 fives are 60x square. 1500 divided by 4 and divided by 60, it leads to 6.25. So it will be 6.25 equals to x square. We need to apply root on both sides and that will be equals to 2.5, the value of x, and that is your answer. Moving on to part C, it says that shape 3 is also a prism of length 8 with a triangular cross section shown shaded. Two sides of the shaded triangle are at right angles to each other and have lengths of 5y, 12y, and 13y. The third side is 13y. Y satisfies the equation. Factorize the equation. All right. So we need to apply a middle term here. For that part, first we need to multiply 4 into minus 33. Alright, so it gives you the value of 132. So we need to think of two numbers. When multiply, they give you the result of minus 132, and when added, they give you the result of 16. So the two numbers are 4y square plus these two numbers are 22y and 6y. When you multiply these two, 22 into 6, you will get 132, and when you subtract, you will get 16. Now I will take common, that will be 4y. It will be not 4y, it will be 2y. So the leftover part is 2y plus 11. Similarly, the common is 3. Leftover part is 2y plus 11. Again, you can take common, and that is 2y plus 11 and 2y minus 3. That is your first part answer. In the next part, it says solve the equation. So we have factorized the equation in the first part. Now the answers of this part is 2y plus 11 equals to 0 and 2y minus 3 equals to 0. So y equals to minus 11 upon 2 and y equals to 3 divided by 2. After that, it says find the area of the shaded triangle. So area of a triangle, we know that it's 1 upon 2 base into height. The base is 5y and the value of y is positive 1. So 5 into 3 upon 2, that is your base. And height is 12 into 3 divided by 2. And that is equals to 67.5. That is the area of the shaded triangle. After that, find the total surface area of shape 3. So you need to find out the area of all the faces. So firstly, we had find the area of this triangle, and the front and the back it is same. So what I need to do, I need to multiply 67.5 with 2 for front and back plus. After that, we have a rectangle, this one, that is 13y times 8. So it will be 13 and the value of y is 3 upon 2 into 8. 13y, that is 13 into 3 upon 2 into 8, that is the area of this rectangle. After that, we have the rectangle at the back side, and that is 12y times 8. So I need to add it. 12 into y is 3 upon 2, 12y into 8, that is the area of the back rectangle, this one. And lastly, we need to find the area of the base, that is 5y into 8. Alright, so it's 5 and the value of y is 3 upon 2 times 8. So we need to add all these values. After adding all those values, you will get the total answer, and that is equals to 495. That is the total surface area in part 4. After that, it's part D. It says volume of shape 3 divided by volume of shape 2. To find the volume of shape 3, volume of shape 3, so that will be equals to, since it is a prism, so area of the cross section, that is we already find out, it is equals to 67.5. So area of the cross section multiply the length, that is equals to 8. 67.5 times 8 give you the value of 540. Alright, and volume of shape 2 is already given in the question in the previous part, that is 1500 centimeter cube. So we need to divide those volumes, so it will be 540 divided by 1500, and the ratio it will be equals to 9 divided by 25. So that is your answer. Alright, it's question number 10. It's from graph of function. It says that the table shows some values of x and the corresponding values of y for y equals to 6 divided by x square. At first, you need to find out the value of y when x is minus 3 and x is positive 3. So that is quite easy part. You need to place the value of x, that is minus 3. So that will be equals to y equals to 6 divided by minus 3 and its whole square. So 3 square is 9. So that will be equals to 2 divided by 3. Alright, so that will be same for both the negative and positive values. For next part, it says on the grid draw the graph of y equals to 6 over x square for minus 3 to positive 3. So grid is already drawn. We need to plot those points given in the table on that graph paper. So I have plotted all the points, and now I will join them with the curve. So that's how your curve looks like. No need to join these lines, these points here, because that is a reciprocal function. So it won't cut the y-axis, right? So after that curve, what you need to do? Part 3, use the graph to find the values of x when y is 2. So let me draw the line when y is 2. That is the line of y equals to 2, right? And now I need to find the values of x at which it cuts the x-axis. So at first the value I got here is minus 1.8, and secondly the value I'm getting here is 1.5678, approximately 1.8 or 1.75 I will mark. After that, it says by drawing a tangent, find the gradient of the curve at x equals to 1.5. So let me first highlight the point x equals to 1.5. That means this is the point I have marked red. So now I need to draw the tangent here. That is a tangent I had plotted on the curve, and now I will pick 2 points on that tangent. So let me pick the first point is this one, right? And the coordinates of this point we have is 1, and on the y-axis it's 4.2. So that is my first point, and the second point I'm going to pick is this one. So its x value is 2.3 and its y value is 0. Now I will apply the working formula of gradient, which we know that m is equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? So the value for m y2 I am going to pick is 4.2 minus y1 is 0 divided by x2 is 1 and x1 is 2.3. All right, so now it will be equals to gradient equals to 4.2 divided by 1 minus 0.3 leads to minus 1.3, and that is equals to minus 3.2. That is your answer for fourth part. After that, by drawing a suitable line on the grid, solve the equation 6 upon x square equals to 2 minus x. Now, for these type of questions, first we need to relate these equations with their main equation, right? So if you observe closely, you will observe that 6 over x square is basically equals to y. So basically the equation is y, sorry, it's y equals to 2 minus x, right? So y equals to 2 minus x. If you need to draw the line here, so for easiness, what I will do, I will pick random values of x and y. So when x is 0, the value of y, it will be 2 minus 0, that leads to 2. So when x is 0, y is 2. Similarly, when y is 0, the value of x, it will be 2. So I got 2 points. First one is 0 and 2. So I will mark the point with yellow pen. So first point is 0 and 2, and the next one is 2 comma 0. Now I got 2 points. I will connect these 2 points and draw a straight line here. So that is the line I had drawn, and now I will mark the point at which the line and the curve intersect. So that point is approximately, it's 1.123 and 4. So that is approximately equals to negative 1.4, and that is your answer. In the next part, it says that the graph shows a sketch of y equals to 5a to the power x. 2 points on the curve are 2 and 445, and 4 comma b, find the values of a and b. Alright, so you have an equation of graph that is y equals to 5a to the power x. If you observe the point 2 and 45, so that lies on the curve. That means that I can place the value of x, that is 2, and the value of y, it's 45. So instead of y, I will place 45 equals to 5a, and the value of x is 2, right? And 5 is multiplying on the right side. When you shift on the left side, it will be 45 divided by 5 equals to a square. 45 divided by 5, it's 9 equals to a square. Apply root on both sides, so a equals to positive 3. That is the value of a. Similarly, again I'm going to use the equation y equals to 5a to the power x, right? And now the value of a is known, and it's 3. Alright, so now I'm going to pick the point 4 comma b. Instead of y, I will place b equals to 5, 3 to the power, the value of x is 4. Alright, so now it will be 5, 3 to the power 4 is 3 square 9, 27, 81. 81, and 5 times 81, it's 405. That is your value of b, and these are the answers for a and b. After that, it says find the coordinates of the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. When graph crosses the y-axis, it means the value of x is 0, right? So you have an equation y equals to 5. The value of a we have is 3 and power x, right? Now the x is 0, that means you can say that 5, 3 to the power 0. And with the property of indices, every number with 0 power, it leads to 1. So that means 5 times 1, it leads to 5. So the answer, x coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate is 5. That is your part 2 answer. And the last one, find the gradient of the straight line joining the points P and 2 comma 45. Alright. So you have the coordinates of P, it's 0 comma 5, and the point given is 2 comma 45. The working formula for gradient, we know it is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So I will say that this point is x1 y1 and this point is x2 y2. You can place x1 y1 to any point, it doesn't matter. So now the value of y2 I have, it's 45 minus y1, it's 5, divided by x2, it's 2 minus 0. So 45 minus 5, it's 40, divided by 2, that leads to 20, and that is your answer. It's question number 11, part B. It is from further trigonometry. It says calculate the bearing of R from P. All right. So to find the bearing, first we need to find out that angle, and let me label that angle is X, right? So now we need to apply law of cosine here. So that will be equals to 340 square equals to 160 square plus 250 square minus 2 times 160 times 250 times cos X, right? The working formula for law of cosine is a square equals to b square plus c square minus 2bc and cos a. That is the working formula, right? Now we need to calculate the values here. Alright, so 340 square is 115600, 160 square, 250 square, and I multiplied these three numbers, so I got 80,000, right? Then I add these two numbers, so it is 88,100 minus 80,000 as it is. And on the left side, I have 115600, right? Now I need to arrange that equation, so I shift the variable sign on the left hand side and I shift numbers on the right side. Then I subtract these two numbers. 80,000 is multiplying with the cos. If you shift on the right side, that will be divided with 27,500 negative sign. And then I divide these two and find out the cos inverse. So I got the angle 110.1, right? Now we need to find out the bearing, and bearing is from north till the line. So that bearing, it will be 110.1 plus 54. It gives you the value of 164.1 degree, and that is your answer. In the next part, it says calculate the area of triangle PQR. The working formula to find out the area is area equals to 1 upon 2 A, B and sine C, right? So I will place the values here. So it is 1 upon 2, A is 160, B is 250, and the angle between those two lengths is 110.1, and that is equals to 18782. That is your area in meters square. Question number 12 from the topic is statistics, and in the first part it says calculate an estimate of the mean. For estimated mean, first step you need to find out midpoints. So the midpoint of 0 and 6, that is 3. The midpoint of 6 and 10, it's 8. It's 12. It's 15. It's 17. It's 20, and last one is 26, right? Once you had find out the midpoint, now you need to multiply and make a column of fx. So 15 times 3, right? We need to multiply that frequency with the midpoint. So 15 threes are 45. 14 times 8, it is 112. So I have multiplied all the values. Now the working formula to find out mean is summation of fx divided by summation of f, right? The total frequency is given in the question, that is 140. So the denominator is 140, and numerator we need to add all those values that we had multiplied in the above table. So the summation is 2076 divided by 140, and it gives you 14.8 kg. That is your estimated mean weight. All right. Now we need to draw the histogram here, but before drawing histogram, what we need to observe is the class width. From 0 to 6, the class width is 6. From 6 to 10, the class width is 4, right? That means we have different class width, and for different class width, we need to find out frequency density. The working formula for frequency density is frequency divided by class width, right? So for the first case, let's suppose the frequency we have, it's 15 and class width is 3. So for first case, it's 5. For second case, the frequency we have, it's 14 and class width is 8. So that will be 7 divided by 2, and it is equals to 3.5. So we need to find out the frequency density for all class intervals. So I had find out all the frequency density which will be plotted on y-axis. So the lowest value I have, it's 0.46, and the highest value it's 5. So I will plot the values on y-axis. So that will be 1, 2, after that it will be 3, 4 and 5, right? So that will be more appropriate if you use all the grid on your graph. So from 0 to 6, the frequency density we have, it's 5. So from 0 till 6, it's 5. So from 0 until 6, right? So that is your first bar of your histogram, and you need to plot your histogram in the same manner. Like for the second one, from 6 till 10 it's 3.5. So from 6 till 10 it's 3.5, right? And that is your 3.5. So 6 till 10 it's 3.5, and you need to continue your histogram. You need to draw all the bars in the same manner. So that's how your histogram looks like. You need to properly draw it with the help of pencil and scale, and all the frequency density value are on the y-axis and all the class intervals are on the x-axis. Alright, in the third part it says estimate the probability that a passenger chosen at random has luggage weighing less than 13 kg. Alright, first we need to highlight 13 kg in my kg row. So 13 kg lies here, right, in this category. So in this category, I will highlight that 13 lies here. So if you observe that in this category we have from 10 till 11, 11 till 12, 12 till 13 and 13 till 14, right? If I distribute this here. So if I try to explain this separately, so it says that from 10 greater than 10 and lesser than 14. So let's suppose I make a column starting from 10.1 till 11, right? First one, after one, 11 till 12, after one, 12 till 13, and the last one it's 13 till 14, right? So the total frequency we have, it's 20, and now 20 is equally divided in all these four categories, right? So 20 divided by 4, it leads to 5. That means in each category we have frequency 5 here, right? So now it says lesser than 13 kg. So lesser than 13 kg means these three will be included, right? So these three means 5, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. And lesser than means all those on the left side of this column, right? This one is also lesser than 13 and this one is also lesser than 13. So the total frequency we have, it will be 15 this one plus 14 this one and 15 these three. Alright, so 15 plus 15 it's 30, 30 plus 14 that will be 44 divided by. The total frequency we have, it's 140 as it given in the question, and now we can simplify the fraction. So 4 11s are 44 and 4 times 35 it's 140, so that is your answer. It's part B. We have a question of pie chart. It says find the number of students in the group who were born in Australia. All right. So it says that pie chart show the distribution of the birthplaces of a group of 60 students, right? So the total angle of a pie chart is 360 and the total strength is 60 students. The angle of Australia is 54 and the number of students we don't know, so I label it as X. So by cross multiplication, we can say that 60 times 54 divided by 360 equals to X. By solving, you will get X equals to 9. So that is your first part. Calculate the percentage of students who were born in South Africa. Alright. So the angle of South Africa, it's 126 divided by total angle is 360 and multiply by 100. So that is equals to 35%. And after that, 4 more students joined the group. Of these, 2 students were born in Pakistan, one in Singapore and one in China. A new pie chart is to be drawn using the information about the whole group of students. For the new pie chart, calculate the angle of the sector that represents the student born in Pakistan. Give your answer correct to the nearest degree. Alright, so currently the angle of Pakistan is 90, right? So, and the total number of students are 60 as given. Now, 4 more students join the group. That means the total number of students, it will be now 64, right? Previously, it was 60. 4 more students joined the group. Now it's 64 and the total angle is 360. Alright. two students were born in Pakistan, one in Singapore. So firstly, we need to identify that what were the old students in Pakistan. All right. So that will be easily find out by if the angle of Pakistan is 90. So the number of students in Pakistan we don't know. If the total students are 60, so total angle is 360, right? By cross multiplication, you can get 90 times 60 divided by 360 is equals to number of students in Pakistan. So at initial, there were 15 students in Pakistan, all right, and of these now two students are added. So now the number of students in Pakistan it's 17, and the angle we don't know, so let's call it B. So by cross multiplication, we can find out the angle. So that will be 17 into 360 divided by 64 equals to angle B, that is unknown. So that angle is equals to 95.6 degree, and it is clearly mentioned correct to the nearest degree. So that is equals to 96 degree. That is your answer.